So she talked about whiteness is glamour magic. What does this mean? Let's check the comment section to get more clarified with this. You're absolutely correct. A standard that we have always met in larger numbers than they ever could, but we weren't aware until now. True. If you're someone who is on TikTok, I'll use TikTok as an example. You'll notice that most of the content creators who create good content, quality content, attractive content are Black content creators. I mean, mostly when it comes to the beauty industries, most of the makeup artists who are there on TikTok are Black girls. They do excellent, exquisite beauty makeup on the face. They will blend the shades to oblivion, and you will be wowed by their handwork. But then, when you put on the search bar makeup artist, the top makeup artists that will come out from that search will be mostly white makeup artists. And when you look at what they're doing, you don't understand. Like, there is no deep hue, there's no color, it's just plain makeup. We're talking about artistic makeup here. Most of the big makeup artists are Black girls. And there was a time when there was a war on TikTok when these Black content creators had enough of what was going on, and they were like on strike. They were saying, no, this has to stop because we are the ones who are doing this. But some white girl would just come and not do basically nothing, and she will be on top of the search. Like when you search, that's the person you see. You hardly see a Black person. The only Black person you see maybe will be from like the 1,000th person on the search list. So this is really true. And this comment, like I just said in the other video, I literally started telling myself, I am my beauty standards over 2 years ago, and it changed me so much. Yeah, especially now. We can't deny that peer pressure can push you to do things that you as a person will normally not do. Maybe your peers, maybe your close friends, your besties, your babes are doing plastic surgery. They really look good with it. Maybe, and you as someone who have you are determined not to do these things, but your friends come and we say, no, it's not painful, it's not expensive, there's a payment plan, you can join me, you're my babe, let's do this, in our group we need to look like this, like that. If you don't do it, then you will be excluded. Sometimes these things can push people to go and do this plastic surgery just to keep up with the pressure from the group, and also in turn keeping up with the pressure of the beauty standards. So you will go and do it because your friends say that. Like I told you, you should stand your grounds, and you should not be intimidated by your friends, how they look, how they carry themselves. You should carry yourself. You should know that you are God's creation. God created you that way because he wanted you to be like that. And there is a purpose for that. And every one of God's creation is beautiful in his sight. That's why he took out time to carve you, to carve your eyes, your nose, your mouth, your hair, everything, and made you beautiful in his sight. So never let anyone tell you how you look, tell you that you don't look good, you don't do this. Of course, I know people will always say it. Some people, they don't mind. They will always tell you that you don't look this, but don't care. Because you know what? The best beauty is beauty from within. How you carry yourself. Also, how you build yourself. Your values can make you so attractive, more attractive than someone who looks physically attractive. I've seen that so many times play out in my life and in the lives of my friends. I've seen someone who doesn't really look pretty physically, but she gets the most handsome guys in the room. She will get these guys because of her aura, because of her confidence, because of the way she carries herself, because of her character, because of her values. Those things also attract people. So don't be carried away. I saw a group of girls who were planning to go on a vacation, and they were like four of them or six, I can't really remember. And the leader, because there's always a leader, the leader had done surgery from head to toe. And she was like telling all of them, if you ain't got some good BBL, you will be excluded from the list. You don't need to follow us because we all need to look the same. Come on. The Gen Zs can do that. Trust me, they can do that. I saw it on TikTok and I was like, okay, okay. And this girl came on TikTok and she said she's not going to go on the trip because she will not go under the knife because she wants to follow her friends for the trip. And you know what? Most of the friends who were going on this trip had paid for their plastic surgery through their sugar daddies, and their sugar daddies were married men. And this girl, she's part of the group because they came from high school together. But she said she doesn't do that. She doesn't date married men. She doesn't date sugar daddies, and she's not worried about getting BBLs and all that. But her friends, they want her to be part of the pack, but they don't like the fact that she doesn't look like them. And you know what? Because of these unattainable beauty standards and pushing all these plastic surgery, Botox fillers, almost all women now look the same. Candace Owens was saying it the other day. Why is it that all the influencers, all the girls now look the same? They do like cheek fillers, lip filler, all the, I don't know, do they have like some sort of a picture that they take to the surgeon and say, I want to look like her? And everyone now looks the same. Like, for instance, Portia Williams from Real Housewives of Atlanta and her mom, they look the same. I was like, who is Portia and who is the mom? Because of plastic surgery, and her mom is really older than her, but she has done plastic surgery and now she's looking like her daughter. Why do they all look the same? Why? And this one, I peeped this. They literally brainwashed the whole world into believing they are the beauties and anointed ones. It's insane once you peep game. Like seriously. Like seriously. They did that because, it's all about superiority. It's all about superiority. It's all about control. They got they were superior. They got the resources. They got the media. They got every medium through which they can promote and push their agenda. And their agenda was to show the world that they are the most beautiful. They are the most talented. They are everything and everyone else is nothing, especially the black people. But we are at a time when social media is just so open and so free that everyone can come online and showcase themselves, not just their physical beauty, but also their talents. And we've seen how African beauties have come online. They are showing us how beautiful and confident they are. Black girls all over the world now feel confident because they come online, they see girls that look like them, and they are enjoying. They are wearing their afro free and proud, and their skin, the black skin, the chocolate, the melanin, the cream. Oh my God, the caramel skin, looking all melanated and absolutely gorgeous. This is so inspiring, and this is such a beautiful time to be alive, especially for me. I feel so, every time I see it, I feel so good. I feel like a goddess when I see another black woman with an afro, all out, proud, and with such high self-esteem. That's all what we should be looking for. That's what we should all be doing as black women. We are beautiful. We are proudly Africans to the core, no matter where you are. If you're black, you're beautiful. Remember that and tell your daughters they are beautiful just the way they are. And someone said, you are 100% right. This is why I wish more people watched Lovecraft Country. They had this concept included in their series with Letty's sister. Okay, I need to watch that. Lovecraft Country. I'll watch it. And someone said, I really think they were always jealous. Same with misogyny. Oh, jealous. Maybe. Okay. She talked about psychological warfare. And this comment, that psychological warfare destroyed me as a kid. Oh my God. I always wondered how much I would have thrived had I not been harassed just for existing. Harassed? Oh. And someone said, absolutely. And it gets more insidious and evil when we become adults. It's true, you know? But for me, I think as an adult, you can control what someone says to you. You can't control what someone says to you, but you can tell them straight up what you wish, what you want them to say to you, and you can tell them to STF. You can tell them that. If someone says it up to your face, you need to tell them. I'll tell you a story. There was one time I was in a class, and there was this teacher. It was a teacher, shockingly. She was 60, and she has never been that close to a black person before. I was her first black student, and I saw how uncomfortable she was when the first time she came to our class, and then she saw that I was going to be, because she saw me, she saw that, okay, I'm a Finnish citizen, and she knew that, okay, the Finnish citizen who is coming is going to be a white person. And when she came to the class, she saw that, no, it's not a white person, it's a black person. I don't know what she expected. From that day, she never treated me so right. You know what I did? We had a group, a WhatsApp group. I was the only black person. Oh, every time there is something on the group and people give like put thumbs up, I would choose the blackest hand to do the thumbs up. Yeah, that's how I fight back. I would choose the blackest hand to do it. I did it for so long that she made a complaint to another teacher that was close to me. And the teacher told me that, do you know what? I don't know why she doesn't like you. I don't know why she hates you because she said this and this and that. You know what? I kept on giving the thumbs up, the black thumbs up. You don't do that to me. Yeah. And you know what? She failed me for her cause, but I took it to the administration and I made sure that was handled. You don't let people do that to you. And I'm black. I cannot change it. I was born that way and I can never change the fact that I'm black. Because sometimes this psychological trauma can make you not want to be who you are. Like she mentioned in the video, she said there was a point where she went to her grandma and was crying and said that, I wish I was white. No, I have never wished I was white. Why? Because literally I grew up in Africa. And in Africa, we don't know what racism is because everywhere is someone who looks like me. In Africa, we don't know what systemic racism is because we there's nothing systemic. There's nothing like racism in our system. We are all the same. We are all black. Everywhere you go, there's a black person. So we got other issues like colonialism, tribalism, nepotism. Those are the things that are really common in my community. But when I moved abroad, that's when I got encountered with racism. Not just racism, physical racism. I got encountered with systemic racism. I got to realize that there's some rules that are not for me. There's some rules that are for the people, the natives, and there are rules for me. I was treated and I have been treated differently in several occasions just to prove to me that I'm not them. I'm not one of them. And sometimes they tell you, you're not one of us. When are you going back to your country? How did you get here? What are you doing here? All sort of questions, they keep asking these questions over and over, just to torture you psychologically. That's psychological warfare. Like she mentioned. And she said her boyfriend was defending a white girl over her. Just to torture you psychologically. I mean, it's painful, it's hurtful, and it's traumatic. It's serious. Okay, I read somewhere black women had to cut their hair during slavery because our beauty distracts slave masters. Now, they tell black women hair is not professional but copy. Crown Act law. Yes, the Crown Act law. There was a time when black people couldn't wear their hair at work or anywhere in public because they said our hair was like a huge distraction. Whew. They made a law to prohibit us from wearing our natural hair. Just to tell you how this whole beauty thing plays out. And they say it's not professional. But you know what? Nowadays, there are so many black women copying our hairstyles. I recently shared a video on my channel where Chinese are now, they are now doing like a long process of about 4 hours just to get Afro hair. They're changing their hair to Afro hair. They're appropriating our hair just to look like us. Same hair that they demystified, same hair that they relegated, they rejected many years ago by creating the Crown Act, just to tell us that our hair is unprofessional. Our hair is a source of distraction. But now they're copying the hair. So you should see that most of these things, they say it's not good. They say it's a distraction. But when they turn around and copy these things, you should know that, my hair is beautiful. If someone can copy my hair, then my hair is beautiful. My hair is the ish, you know? And also, talking about this, think about the Kardashians. The Kardashians are Romanians. They are Romanian Americans. So normally, Romanians haven't got big boobs and big butt. They haven't got that. So the Kardashians had to go do big boobs and big butt. Where does that originate from? From Africa. It's an African body structure. It's very common in Africa. Most African women are endowed, you know? So even the lips, the full lips, most African women got it. Most African women got full lips. Most African women, you see them, it's natural. What has happened? The Kardashians did fillers, did all this, and it became the beauty standards of the time. And you know what? Every other woman was copying it. It didn't matter the race, the region. Everyone started thinking that, oh, this is the beauty standards. To have full lips, to have thin nose, and to have big boobs, big butt is the beauty standards, is the acceptable beauty standards. And what happened? The price of plastic surgery went up, and every other woman was rushing to get BBLs, right? And you as a black lady, you as a black girl, what do you think about this? I, as a black person, I just say, oh, really? So my full lips, my boobs, my butt is their acceptable beauty standard. So I am absolutely gorgeous. I am the most beautiful. We are the pinnacle of beauty. If everyone is copying us, if everyone is dying and going under the knife to just look like us, then we are the pinnacle of beauty. So that's how you need to look at it. Always look at it from the opposite end. Don't follow what they're saying. Don't follow who they are using to push it. Look at yourself and compare to that beauty standards of that time. And you will understand how beautiful you are, that you are the blueprint. We are the blueprint. I know I'm the blueprint. No one is ever going to change that. And that's how we all have to think and see ourselves. We need to perceive ourselves as the goddesses. We are black goddesses. We are beautiful. We've got everything. We are endowed. God used his special, God rested before he carved us, before he molded us. We are so beautiful. It's deep down in the core, in our DNA. We are beautiful. So stay free and remember, you are gorgeous. You are beautiful just the way you are. Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned and do not forget to subscribe and also support the channel through our Patreon from as little as $2. Thank you all. Bye.